President Trump said everyone leaving the Bahamas for the U.S. must have proper documentation. He said there were some very bad people and some very bad gang members as well as drug dealers that weren't supposed to be in the Bahamas that might seek to immigrate. About 130 people fleeing the Bahamas were forced off a ferry before it left for Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Sunday evening, Bahamians were left stunned and confused after initially being told they could board with just a passport and police record, but before the boat left, an announcement was made telling over 100 people without U.S. visas that they needed to disembark. This comes just days after Florida lawmakers Marco Rubio and Rick Scott urged President Trump to waive or suspend visa requirements for Bahamas citizens. Footage from inside the rescue ferry shows hordes of people, including children, exiting the ferry and left stuck on the land devastated by Hurricane Dorian. Dorian has killed at least 46 people after it struck the Bahamas last Sunday as a Category 5 storm with winds as fast as 185 miles per hour. The Bahamas are a tropical tourist paradise, but they have a murderous underbelly. The islands have a murder rate which makes them the 13th most dangerous country in the world, at 30.9 murders or intentional homicides per 100,000 people in 2017. It has a population of 395,631. The figure is far above the U.S. average of 5.3 murders or intentional homicides per 100,000 people in 2017, but it is safer than a string of U.S. cities. St. Louis, Missouri, had a per capita rate of 66.07 murders or intentional homicides in 2017, double that of the Bahamas, while Baltimore, Detroit and Kansas City were all more dangerous too. Drugs has fueled violence and gangs in the islands. It remains a point of entry for cocaine and marijuana from South America into the U.S. that has put it for many years running on the official list published year by the U.S. of countries designated as major drug supply or transit nations. The others this year are Afghanistan, the Bahamas, Belize, Bolivia, Burma, Colombia, Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, El Salvador, Guatemala, Haiti, Honduras, India, Jamaica, Laos, Mexico, Nicaragua, Pakistan, Panama, Peru, and Venezuela. In the first 6 months of the 2019 fiscal year, which started in October 2018, a total of $500 million of drugs was seized in Bahamian waters by the U.S. and Bahamas Navy, a reflection of its importance as a smuggling route.
But we have to be very careful. Everybody needs totally proper documentation because the Bahamas had some tremendous problems with people going to the Bahamas that weren't supposed to be there. I don't want to allow people that weren't supposed to be in the Bahamas to come into the United States, including some very bad people and some very bad gang members and some very, very bad drug dealers. So we are going to be very, very strong in that. Let me just explain. Large sections, believe it or not, of the Bahamas were not hit. And what we're doing is bringing the people to those sections of the Bahamas that have not been hit. We've done a lot of the USA aid. We've done a lot of work with our Coast Guard, with our FEMA people who have been phenomenal. I mean, they have been phenomenal. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. The fact that the prisoner swap took place yesterday with Russia and Ukraine is a very big step. The Bahamas got hit like no thing that I've ever seen. I've never seen a hurricane it was like a massive tornado more than a hurricane. It got hit like nothing I've seen. Anybody wants to help, that's okay with me. I think it's a good thing. So we're talking to a lot of different people on that. You know, we're recovering from the hurricane also. Florida did get hit, not as hard as we anticipated. And you look at Georgia, you look at South Carolina, North Carolina. They're dead. They're dead.
taking pictures and talking and taking shit.
Running on the boat, but he tried to smoke.